camera gotta be direct like that for you know.
Don't worry about the camera. Let's talk. Man.
SinnersSports. I'm Sinner
Chords.
You're not represented.
Nearly.
We're on serious talks today. There's no
Serious
nice
stuff,
gang
man.
business.
No gang stuff today. Just
Serious?
yeah, semi.
Oh,
Yeah.
lava.
Don't do that, please. Big up all the sponsors. I'm not gonna go through all of them. Just big up King's Keeper car. The guest them. They got fresh beards today, and that's all courtesy of the King's Keeper.
Yeah, big them up.
I'm gonna big up Venom Power as well. You know what? Big up Venom Power as well. Big up Manscaped. Big up Jack Life. Yeah.
Did it up.
I don't know the promo code, so I ain't gonna go into them. But yeah, go on the website. You'll get them 10% off. Sinners code. Sinners 10 or just Sinners.
Cheap and cheerful.
Yeah, cheap and cheerful. Yeah, we got a different kind of show today. Sinner Stories. Yeah, where we get into the life of a sportsman. Yeah, and
It's nice to be called that.
without further ado, I'll introduce.
don't forget to like, share, comment,
Okay,
and subscribe as well, people.
yeah. Do that now. Click the button. And get in the WhatsApp group as well. We've got the WhatsApp community, sports, and we've got the red light one. Go on the Instagram and click the link. And if you want to be a part of the banter and whatnot, then join the group and, have some fun.
Get involved.
Get involved, man.
A few sports reds crying in there at the minute, but they're all right.
So you might have seen this man on the main show. Yeah, getting a bit angry and that.
No anger.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm the calm one.
Yeah, sometimes he's calm, but
yeah,
you get what I'm saying? But we want to know more about you today, so the people want to know more about you. You get what I'm saying? They've been requesting you.
You've been making me feel special, lads.
You
Making
get
me
what
feel
I'm saying?
special.
It's a very special guest today, people. But I'll let you introduce yourself.
It's Kayo. Everyone knows me as Kayo. Yeah, this is it, man. So, as a sportsman, where you want to start, lads? Where you want to start?
We want to start
From the start.
I'm not talking about my Arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
This is about you. It's nothing to do.
That is me. Arsenal is me.
Nothing to do with Arsenal.
It's about you, man.
Where you want to go?
If you wanted it to do with Arsenal, you ain't even got a top on today. That's what I'm saying.
Rushing out. You know what I'm saying? Last minute, got my red on. Get my red on.
Yeah, like I said, start from the start. How did you get into football? What was your first?
Or sports?
First,
Like, was
or
football
sports,
your...
what was your first?
I didn't really like sports, to be fair. I was gonna say already. Like you're asking me like you don't know. But
For those who didn't know, sorry to cut. Yeah, these two are brothers. Explains why they both got anger management. You get what I'm saying? They both get angry on the podcast.
Support different teams. You know what I'm saying?
But sorry, my brother. Carry on.
Yes, you can't do that to me. I feel bad memory. Where's we going?
What made you get into sports or football? What was your first?
My brother, I'll give you the props on that side. To be fair, I wasn't really into sports. I was probably, compared to everybody else, I was probably one of the late ones going into sports on the grass. Normally for me, it was just on the estate, kicking some ball, Five Alive. You don't know about Five Alive? Big game.
Yeah, I know about that.
Some youths might not know about that. That might be a new one to bring back for them. So it's a good one to help with the street ball. To be fair, before I come on here, I was thinking about that, like going like onto the grass. You kind of don't forget the football on the concrete, but
slamming all that.
Yeah. You when you think about how much like you're out there every day, you don't realize how much that improves you, like technically and things like that. You get me? And yeah, from there it was just kind of, I say lucky, to be fair. I used to. Where did I go from there? Little League.
Oh, so from playing football on the estates.
Yeah, so from about 10, 11, I think Little League, up into the park. There's like it's probably about 6-7 teams, just everybody like off different estates, kind of all knew each other. But when you come to your team, it was a rivalry. You get me? Did you guys play that? Yeah.
Come on, the originals.
What?
Little League.
Oh, come on.
So you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
So that was kind of good from there, to be fair, and obviously going into high school, played a bit of football for the school teams, and then kind of from there, to be fair.
So was football your only, like, was you not into no other sports?
Nah, not really, you know. I can't say. Running, I didn't mind, just like maybe 100 meter, 200 meter, but other than that, not really, to be fair, you know. It was just, probably I'd say it wouldn't have been football if I never got lucky, like I was saying. Like, compared to how my brother loved football and I wasn't really into football, you would have thought that he would have been the one to go on further with football, you know what I mean? But
I feel like that's always the case, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the little brother and the you saw, because it's just like Cade and little kid. You get what I mean? Yeah.
Like
and it's just bare brothers that I know like that, though.
Yeah,
It's
like
always
that,
you know. I don't know if it's because I don't know. Did you used to kick ball with your brother and that? And
I think so.
As
I can remember.
as I got older, to be fair, we was go up like Hadley Stadium
That's what I'm
Sundays.
saying. Obviously, didn't bring him up to Hadley's, but going back to like what you said about Little League, obviously, is that where you first found like, oh, I kind of enjoy this? Then is this where you found like I enjoy this?
Yeah,
Or
but
was that still just you just playing?
no, I wouldn't even say I enjoyed it straight away. You know, I think it was just playing because your friends are there and whatnot. But you see, like, once I started scoring goals and things like that, that's what made me think, yo,
I like this.
I
so
enjoy
was you
this.
naturally just gifted in football, or was you a bit like?
Nah, you know, far from it. To be fair, I was just raw talent. Just I couldn't even say tall because I wasn't tall at the start. Kind of shut up.
So what was your best asset like back then?
Just pace.
Are you just fast?
Just pace and left-footed, so it was different to majority of people. To be fair,
It's a family trait still. Pace.
It's
a family trait.
Okay.
I'll put his clip off then on that one.
Family trait.
Yeah, so you know, lost my mind again, lads.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like like you said, you come from Little League, and it obviously, like you said, you didn't really first felt like until obviously you started scoring goals, which is like that for a lot of people. Then let's say then you go through, then you start playing at school.
Yeah, school was kind of, that's when I would say I probably started to enjoy
And was
football.
that because you're probably playing against a few better people? Did you find like you was the best, or did you find that there's man here now I can actually compete against? Or
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's like a best thing. It was more competing. Yeah, like I just didn't ever want to lose. So if the team's losing, it was kind of just that mentality to get the ball and try and do what you can do. You know what I mean? It didn't really matter if you, I didn't think it mattered if you lost it, but most of the time things was happening. So those were the good things, to be fair. And like tournaments for schools, indoor tournaments, we won things like that. I'm only just remembering that now, but those things there, those were good things. And I think that was 11, 12. So just kind of getting into football where I say a lot of people, I say, you know, when you say technically or naturally have it, you know what I mean? Like, if you play from younger, like you're saying, little cousins and that, they will be, by the time they're the age where I'm saying I just started, they'll already be doing more than what I was doing at that point, you know what I mean? So it's just having that right guidance and support to make sure they stay enjoying football, to be fair, because obviously not everybody handles pressure differently. So at a young age,
that's a big, and that's like what you just said there about like supporting. Obviously we know like our mum went into football like that, so you should buy the boots and all that type of stuff, but then
she won't
you
come
kind
into
of
no
left your
games.
own. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like even that side of it, did you have to find your own little motivation? Because obviously you ain't got up, like we know, like mum didn't drive, so you ain't got that to drop you to training.
Yeah.
To drop you to. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's a motivation in itself, really, to try and get yourself to.
It kind of was.
It can easily come off. You can go the other way, and do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, definitely. I think even like when I got into football, after that, I used to have to cycle to training, and it was like the coaches, they're looking at it like, yo, you cycling to training, but to me it's like it's normal, and I'm thinking I got no other way of getting here. To be fair, you know, one of them ones. Even though I know you've dropped me a few times. I know you dropped me a few after you're moaning, but you know, you dropped me. You dropped me. But yeah, I think those things kind of did motivate me, but I didn't know no different. You know what I mean? Because it weren't like they was there, then they weren't there. You know, one of them ones. So it's kind of just what I done.
So what positions did you start off playing?
I started off in midfield, and then first game for school they put me left back, and then after that I went into midfield, then striker.
Is that because you're naturally left-footed? Like,
Yeah, I reckon. Well, it's either that or he thought I was dead. Yeah. You know, one of them ones, one or the other.
Left-backs are dead.
Nah, not even. I know, sick left backs, but
Andy Robertson, just saying. But yeah. So where did you go from? So you started enjoying football at school. Then that's when you started fully enjoying football from school.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
And do you feel like you started to improve when you were like playing for the school team?
Nah, you know, when I was playing for the school team, I was playing for a team on a Saturday league as well. Same time, Mahar FC. It's like I think that's about under 13, something like that. No, sorry. Let me go back a few steps. I went to Continental Stars. Big team.
Yeah.
Sick
they were
team.
A big team they were. Back
Yeah,
then. How old was you then?
I think I was about 13, 14. Nah, I went there after Mahal, yeah. I was at Mahal about 12, and then I went to Continental, yeah, 13, 14. Big up Andrew as well, same time. He used to pick me up, bring me through, to be fair. And then at Mahal, I was there just scoring goals for fun. And then
Striker.
And then, but I don't really think about, you know, the technical side or nothing. I used to just get the ball and run, or knock it and run, either or, you know, one of them ones. Any chance, shoot. And then at Continental, was there for about half a season, and then I got trials at West Brom from there. Big up Benji for that as well.
So how does that trial?
And Andrew.
Let us know how that
the whole squad.
How that trial process. How does that all happen? Like, so you're playing for Mahar at the time. Obviously, you're scoring loads of goals and whatnot. And then the manager comes here and like, how did that go? How did that conversation go?
That was just mad. I think we was playing against I was at Mahal playing a school game, and then playing against your cousin's team actually. Big up Sticky, and then obviously we won.
Yeah.
And from there, Andrew was saying, yo, come to his team. And to be fair, from there, I just kind of went there, and then that's when the trial began. But then going on trial, it was kind of a long process, to be fair, you know. I was probably 6 weeks maybe, and then on there, because you training, I think it was about two, three times a week. My body weren't used to it, so my feet bone up. And then obviously I had to miss a few sessions, so that probably prolonged it, you know what I mean? But my first trial game, flipping, scored a hat-trick, come on half-time, scored a hat-trick against Stoke, yeah. From there,
So when you was trialing with West Brom, someone came in and, you know, told your manager that they want you to play for Albion or trial for Albion or what?
Nah,
So did you stop playing for Mahal at that point?
Yeah, from I left Mahal, I went to Continental.
Okay.
Then a guy called Benji was there. I think he knew scout at West Brom, so that's how
So
I ended up going there. From there, you get me? And then was on trial for a while, and then at the end they kind of say you what was I?
Is
I
that
think
the
I was
normal
on the
trial
15th.
process?
Like about 6 weeks. Is like the
about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Six
probably,
weeks.
yeah. Unless you're sick and they bring you through straight away.
But they do say in it, like a lot of the coaches, because someone I know at the moment is a scout, and he says the same thing. Like some of them will say they know after about 2 sessions. To be fair,
yeah. And I think
give or take two sessions.
I think with me, my pace, and because I kind of shut up about 14. That's when it helped me. You get me? So I reckon they've looked at that and thought, yo, we can work with that. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the first sessions, I think they're one of their fastest geezers. I've just moved past them like nothing. You know, one of them ones. So straight away they're looking like, yo.
Well, if he's quick.
You know, one of them ones.
So how did you feel at that point though when you got the call up initially, and then Wender says, "Yo, yeah, we want you"? How did you feel?
You feel good, but then same time you feel like an outcast. You know, one of them ones, because there's already a squad that's there. That man have probably been there from 6 or 8. You know, one of them ones. So they're already tight knitted, and then it's like, yo, who's this guy gonna come in and
it's like going into a new change room anyway.
That competition, yeah.
It's like going into a
So
new
was
change
you the only one that they took from the team from Continental?
Nah, there's few players, you know.
Or a few players?
Yeah, few players.
On
I
trial?
think at that time from that trial it was just me, but there was players
That came after?
and been there before. Yeah, nah, most of them been there before. Yeah, a couple come after.
okay.
To be fair, yeah. Thing is, I'm sure Shaba's brothers come through from there as well, you know.
Yeah.
So they had a good. So basically, Continental was just kind of like that little feeder. Do you reckon it was like a feeder club for?
Yeah, because
some baggies.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying to you about the scouting side. You know, one of them ones, it gives players that opportunity that most of us didn't get. You know, one of them ones, especially if you can see a little bit from what we see, then hopefully in the 2 sessions that they go on trial, they can see something and change it for themselves. You know, one of them ones.
Like you said, obviously you go in there, it's a massive change, and it going from just like little league school football. Now you're in West Bromwich, Albion. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whatever division it would probably would have been in that time, Prem or Championship, regardless, it's still a big club for us around that live around here. So, we're like Lexi saying, when you're in there, was it a bit like starry lights, or was it just like, nah, I need to get my head down, I need to make this, or was you just autopilot and just kind of just because I'm here?
In your head, did you feel like I made it, or did you know it was a long way to go?
Yeah, I knew there was a long way to go. I was kind of on autopilot because, like I said, I wasn't really into football, so I only probably knew 1 or 2 players that was there. I didn't really know no one else really like that. You know, one of them ones. So for me, I was kind of, you could say I was autopiloting, just training, just to train kind of thing, you know, one of them ones.
So you played your first trial match, you banged a hat trick.
Bang.
And what was the process after that? What was the manage? How did that go?
That was kind of funny, to be fair, because I've come from a team where obviously you pay your subs and that in it. So I've gone to give the manager my sub money, and he's like he's kind of laughed at me like, what's this? I'm saying subs. And he's like, nah, you don't pay subs. Like, you just scored. You know, one of them ones joking it off. And then he's like, look, and then he's like, he's just joked it off and then gone on to the next, to be fair. And even like them things, it's like towel to shower after the game. I didn't know about none of them things, you know, one of them ones. But that was kind of funny, to be fair, just thinking back, like, I'm giving him subs money. And
it's like you said, now after that 6 weeks, let's just say you've made it, they've signed you.
Yeah, you get your training kit and all that, and then you kind of go, obviously still in school, so you get a day where you're coming out of school, you know, one of them ones. But you see, me, I think at that point, I didn't really, when we had this session to come out of school, I was looking to just stay in school. You know, one of them ones, teachers are saying to me, nah, go football. You know, one of them ones. So that kind of was like.
So at that point, you still don't feel like I've made it. You're not still not got it. Like,
even probably when people thought I made it, I still didn't. Nah, I never felt like that. Even when like people are introducing me saying, "Yo, this man plays football," I felt like, nah, don't say that because I ain't made it yet. You know, one of them ones. But obviously, that's what people from the outside will see. And obviously, there's still a lot of work to put in.
Yeah, obviously, they just see academy and they think that you've made it. Really,
so what's the process like? Did you have to sign a contract and what? Like,
you sign like a schoolboy scholarship. No, not a scholarship. You just sign till you're like 16, and then obviously when you're 16, you get a scholarship from there. And if you're good, you can get pro as well. You get me? And that was it from there. I think, what was that, 14, 15, I was there.
So what players that have been, say, in the Premier League or the Championship and whatnot, was you playing with back then, would you say?
To be fair, majority of the players that are my age, they're probably playing in the league now somewhere, to be fair. So we had a good team, man. Good team. Big them up, man.
I would just wanted to quickly ask, because I can't even remember myself, who went with you? Because obviously I know a couple of kids who've been here and whatever. Who went with you to sign? So I'm assuming you needed a pair. Like who went with you to sign?
So who went with you, my brother?
No, that's what I'm saying. I actually can't remember.
I went on my own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't remember taking him. But I'm
You signed a contract on your own.
On my own.
At 14.
I think 6. I would have been 15, 16.
Now,
I
you know
think
why
scholarship.
you're saying that? Because you know how you just remember you saying obviously not like when Kane did his.
Yeah.
And obviously I remember seeing like
KD
Killer.
was
Yeah,
there
you
and
get what I'm trying to say. Just kind of hit me like, yo, I actually don't remember.
But these are the things, like, I'm going to the, like, when I'm going football, I'm always on my own. Like, other people got their parents or family member, you get me? But
It did just make me think something to myself. I'm assuming, let's say I was in my own mode, if that makes sense.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what he was at.
Yeah, something, I don't even know. What was I doing at that time, do you guys understand?
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Remember
going back to the question, like, sorry, that just come into my head.
And even at that point, I don't even know if I'm going to get assigned or not. You know, one of them ones.
Yeah.
So I could have just been not turned up after that if I didn't get no scholarship. You get me?
All right, then. So you're playing for what? The under.
Well, you classes like the white. What is it?
Yeah,
YTS?
used to be
YTS,
YTS, yeah,
like
youth
YTS.
team basically, yeah, under 15s, under 16s.
Come on, man. Give us some names, man. Name drop, man. What players was you playing with?
Name drop,
I
gosh,
remember-
you want me to do all of that,
them,
lads?
yeah, man. I
Who
remember
would
them.
you lot know?
Well, one
that
playing in the Premier League right now.
Woodsy,
Yeah.
Chris Wood, yeah, banging off. Score against your team.
Yeah,
He's always scoring against
He
mine.
don't score against Villa.
Sawyers, one of the baller.
Yeah, big up with
Baller.
Baller. Saido was playing.
Saido as well, big. You got Adio Nabi, baller as well.
Saido Berahino.
Yeah. Sick, man. Gosh, lads, you got.
So who was the man back then? Would you say, like, because I've come to a few of them games. Yeah, I can't remember the age group that it was at. And
You come to games?
oh, come on, I was in the stadium.
Them ones in the stand. Yeah, we was there, man.
I was there.
Say,
man.
half time.
But what I'm saying is, like, for me, yeah, and I'm not just being biased. Like, you was one of that. Like, you was outstanding in. You get what I'm saying? Like, in that team. And I remember Chris Wood, you and my man up front, and you get what I'm saying?
You're being biased then, man. You're being biased.
Nah, real talk. Like, you used to stand out then to me, basically. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And obviously, don't get it twisted. I think Chris Wood did score that day. Do you get it? But I can't remember what team you was playing. But was you? Because Berahino was a striker as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So did you?
Dangerous in the box.
So
Go on. Sorry, carry on.
So what position? Like, was you like just only a striker for West Brom, or was you like on the wing or?
Nah, I used to say yo, I'm a striker, but then obviously the coaches, they used to like push me out to the wing because we had strikers, you get me, which I didn't mind. But then sometimes when it's like you do some training sessions, you just out wide, just crossing it in instead. You know, I want to be involved. You get me? So that kind of helped me, to be fair. So across the front line, like I didn't mind either or.
Do you think that was come down to what you said earlier, going back to like a bit to the start where you said like technical, whereas you had raw pace, and them lot probably being in academies from early, I've got that bit more technical ability to play up front, because obviously to play up front you've got to have tight spaces and it. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, back to goal ain't easy. Yeah.
Whereas you probably, like you said, you was a lot rawer.
Yeah,
instead of having that upbringing in an academy.
Yeah,
like you said.
Get the ball in front face. Yeah,
So,
tactically.
So
yeah,
maybe that might have been a coach's.
Yeah, looking at it at that side. Yeah,
but
which is
as a player, when you're in it,
you're not thinking, yo, that's good coaching. You're just thinking, yo, play me where I want to play. But it's good coaching, to be fair.
So what coaches did you play under at West Brom?
They're all gone now. They're doing stuff as well. Big them up, man. To be fair, most of the coaches, Villa's stolen them. That's how good they are.
We always do. Don't worry, that's what we do.
That's how good they are, man. And Villa's got a good academy as well, to be fair. So now, obviously, it's gone 100 times better. So
Was that a rivalry for you, lot though? Did
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feel like a rivalry like, when you played Villa or Blues or
Yeah.
Wolves? Was it like, nah, lads, Derby day?
it didn't really. We only played Blues now and again. To be fair, it did. To be fair, but you see, the team that we had, we always just wanted to win. It's
Anyway,
like, I think like we were saying just about individuals. It's kind of like everybody knew everyone's game, so it was like you move there, that man knows where to pass it, you kind of thing. You know, one of them ones, telepathic kind of. So I think, and it's saying, I reckon that team could go into a league now,
No,
easy.
I go back to like what you were saying. I go back and I look at, like I said, I remember coming to a couple of your games and watching them. I remember coming one at the training ground. I think it was the first time I saw Chris Wood, and I think you might have been injured. We was on the side talking. I think.
Yeah, you were saying who's that
new signing? You get on trying to say, I'm saying, who's that new big signing? And you're like, nah, he's our age. I'm saying, nah, not him. That you up there, and he's on about quick bread. He was about, what's the fact? He felt like he was 7 foot
unit.
then, compared to some of these, man. And I've seen the ball come down on his chest.
Comfy.
But then, like what Lex is saying, I seen you play, and like you said, you didn't look, even though, like you said, going back to what you're saying, you was raw. You didn't look out of place with some of these man. That's what I'm saying. And then there's man that when you do look at them, you can see that they've been in academies from, bro. Just the little things. Like I used to look at I used to like your two centre midfielders.
Yeah,
George and Sam.
George and Sam, sick.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Sick.
But then again, like you said, would you look back and say, did you ever feel, even with them type of people, like you said, beside all looking, nearly getting close to getting a big deal here and there, and obviously you got other players like Allsop still in the league and that, but did you ever feel like out of place, or that once you was in there, did you feel like this is my team? Like, this
Was it like the lads, basically?
Yeah, was it like the lads after a while?
Yeah, I think, like you're saying, after signing your scholarship, it's like, this is your team now kind of thing, you know, one of them ones for the next 2 years, 3 years at least.
Because I think people underestimate coming from the streets and the area man come from, like how big of a deal it is for people. Like, I like what you said, you know, when you're talking about people saying, here's a footballer, it's because people are proud to see that, someone from where we come from is making it, is close to making it. But like you said, you don't want to see that as
close
pressure.
Close ain't making it though, you know.
Nah, but that's what I'm trying to say. But we remember from the outside, we don't know that it's close. We just You see you in an Albion tracksuit and think,
see you on FIFA. And
yeah. Big up FIFA. He's on FIFA. So
and it send me a game.
Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. So when you're at that point in life, you have to remember, like, people's expectations. They just think you're in the youth team. They think that remember, people who don't know football, but obviously for you inside, you are still far away from first team football and getting that long term contract.
Yeah, definitely.
But when you was in there, what coaches made you think that I could go to the next step? Which coaches would you say that, you know what, I've got a chance?
I was encouraging you.
You know what? Big up Jimmy Shan, man. Yeah. You know, I've been saying from last year, I said, I gotta message the man. He's probably gonna think it's random, but like, he actually took his time out to just, like I was saying, I had the raw talent, so he's just giving me that bit extra to kind of go with. After school, I'm going to the dome to kind of just train an hour and then probably come back later in the session. We got like a proper session, you get me? Or even on a random day, if I messaged him, he would always say, let's go for it, and I reckon that, I don't reckon, that definitely helped me towards getting my scholarship and trying to push to the next level, definitely. So yeah, big up Jimmy.
So
but
at this point, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, like, all the coaches was good, to be fair, but that's one I would say definitely took his time out. Yeah, also Keith Downing, man, definitely. I don't know if you guys know them, man, but they're good guys. But yeah, I think in that system, I think as well, they, like you're saying, coming from the streets, they can kind of see where you're coming from and trying to guide you from there, you know what I mean? What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, at this point then, what age are you now? Like, around?
I don't count my age after 30, you know.
No, not now. I mean, at that time that you're talking. Like, what age was you around that time?
That time, That was probably just before my scholar, so I'm like 15, yeah, coming 16,
15.
probably something like that, yeah.
So are you getting paid at that age?
Nah, you don't get paid.
So what
till you-
age was you getting paid?
You start getting paid at 16, 17.
So how did you feel when you was first started to get paid? Like you're coming, remember, you know, you're from the streets. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got a job at this point. This is your job. So how did that feel? Tell us a story about that.
That was good, you know. I think the first time I got paid, I ended up just buying like a tracksuit just so I didn't have to wear my brothers anymore. You know, one of them
I
ones.
can tell you a few stories about that, man.
I swear. So flipping. Yeah, you see with that as well, like you don't really have no guidance with your money, so it was just whatever you want to do, you kind of do, even though you're not making money like that, but it's like you don't have no responsibilities unless you're paying board or things like that, you know what I mean? But at least the first few months you just spending cash, unless except one man was saving his whole cash, whole 2 years, 3 years, yeah, blood, just to buy their first whip. I'm saying, yo, you gotta have that mindset.
That's
to
what
be
I'm saying.
fair,
So what advice would you probably say to the youths out there? Like,
you can't really. You can give them advice, but that support for them always helps. You get me? Because regardless, when you're a youth, you ain't gonna listen. So it's like now myself. Like when I see players playing or going to the next level, I try and say to them, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Obviously, they're probably in a mindset like, yo, my manager getting on my nerves, or I'm not enjoying this at the minute, and I'll just have to remind them like, yo, you're in a place anyone would want to be right now. You know, one of them ones. You don't want to go do a 9 to 5 if you don't have to. You know, one of them ones. So
I think that's the thing. It's a dog eat dog world, and especially in academy football, everybody's trying to take everybody's place, because like before you know it, there's someone else. Before you look around, you go training on Tuesday, and there's a new man just coming in to train. So
yeah.
Obviously, normally he's okay. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Normally they've whipped him off at somewhere he's good. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
but what I mean is like, say like you, because I know some people. You probably wasn't like that, but I know some people like. They would probably get gassed and think that they've made it and they're getting a paycheck, and they're probably like start getting out a car on finance. They'll probably put a flipping, you know, a deposit down for a house and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But it's not like just because you get it, that money isn't guaranteed for a long time, because a lot of things can happen.
Exactly.
So that's what I mean about. So what do you think? What kind of in that way?
It's kind of you never know when something's gonna happen. So I would advise probably from your first wages and that, I would just say, yo, save half and do what the rest with the other half, but not even try and spend the other half. You know what I mean? If you don't have to, like, you shouldn't need to. You know, one of them ones.
So
but depends on.
To try and stack it
It depends on your surroundings as well, because as much as I was playing football, I enjoyed being at home where I was. You know, one of them ones where, West Brom, they always wanted me to go in digs and things like that, but I didn't want to go in digs. I wanted to. It's like you go live with like a family and all that, or they've got somewhere that's all the footballers are living together. You get me?
So have you gone into digs before?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I know a few players that was in there and just go around and chill, but I wouldn't like. No, I'm lying. When I was at West Brom, they sent me to Iceland on trial, and I ended up living with a family. Yeah.
So going back on you.
So on that, there was a lovely family as well. Big up.
Iceland. What was that like? How old was you?
So big up. That's your first venture out of in terms of football.
I think we had tournaments and that before that.
That's you on your own. That's you gone. That's what I'm saying.
So
Tournaments different.
So you went to Iceland on loan to a team?
Yeah, me and the next brother, you know, big up my brother Latif. Yeah, man. Bloody hell. It's like ages ago.
Who's Latif? Latif what?
Latif Pan, my brother, man. Latif Aliyu. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah. Come on, man. For those that would know, big baller. Yeah, man, baller. Yeah, we got sent over. To be fair, there was like 4 of us that went one time, but me and him went to the same team, and then there was 2 others, like one in the center of Iceland, and then one on some little island that's on its own in Iceland. Like when he goes to games, he had to fly into the city kind of thing. It was mad. Yeah, it was mad. But for that was a mad experience, because when you got out there, it's like everybody knew where the team where we were staying. It's like you walk to the airport and the people that are doing your passport, they already know who you are, and it's like, how you even know? Like, man, ain't no one like that. You get me? And just over there for months. It was about 4 or 5 months, something like that. Nah, probably about 4 months. Yeah.
Just living with a family.
Yeah, just living with a family. To be fair, like I said, they was good. They looked after me. They didn't really pressure me like that. Like they left me in my own zone, kind of thing. Okay, you get me?
All of you had an individual family.
I don't even know who was the man. I think we all. One was where I was staying. Pam was across the road from me with another family. He was staying with, I think, the chairman of the club. Yeah. And the son was the captain. You get me? So like it was kind of blessed like that, and I was with the groundsman. But like everyone was cool. To be fair, I think the first time, when we first got there, we went out, and straight away you was just like people trying to be racist and that, just saying the N-word. Like they probably are, but they wouldn't say it, you get me? But once they had a few drinks, it was like, but then someone just stepped up out of the blue, chokehold them, and we just carried on from there. That was kind of the only one, like from there, you get me?
But the only racist encounter you had?
Yeah, really, that I can think of. And apart from the bar, I went to the barber's one time and he's like, yeah. So
is it like there's not much blacks over Iceland, I take it?
Not much. Not when I was there, to be fair. Not where I was staying. Maybe in the centre. I was staying in Keflavik.
Okay.
But obviously Reykjavik's the main city. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Correct me if.
I ain't got a clue. I know what you're on about. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
So what was the football like over there?
Football was like. See, thinking about it now, it's mad because it disrespected, man, because he didn't get no the game time, bruv. And it's raw, like.
You was just there to.
Yeah, I wouldn't even semi-pro. Semi-pro, yeah. I think it is semi-pro, to be fair. You know what I mean? And man ain't getting no game time, bruv. And literally, it was. Obviously, everybody's just bigger and older at that time, so it's like, and. Like I'm saying, you're going into a new team. They don't really want to change things, and I think West Brom was just setting up like a new link with it. Yeah.
If I'm right, you like you said, and it was they was trying to push you into men's football, and it basically, it was just trying to push you like to understand what men's football was like.
Yeah,
and it, obviously. So
I'm trying to think.
That obviously didn't go the way
I planned it.
You planned or they planned or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think that was?
I don't really know, bro, because it must have been. It must have been, unless it was a racing thing. I didn't know, but I don't think it was that. You know what I mean? Like, I think we were 17 at the time, so it was like, at least give us a chance. You know, one of them ones. And I think we're just playing, just training, playing some reserve games, and then I think. After I think after a couple months, Pan got off. So then I'm saying to the manager, I'm looking to come back as well. You get me? He's like, nah, just stick it out, experience. Like you were saying, get physical and obviously mentally. This will be a good thing. I'm saying.
So how did that feel for you though? Because you clearly didn't want to be out there. So
yeah.
You're now living with a family that. Well, big up the family because you said you liked them.
I did, yeah, definitely.
Didn't particularly want to be. You wanted to be back, or was you homesick?
You know what? If I was playing, I don't think I wouldn't have minded staying out there. But the fact that I wasn't playing first team, it's like I've come out here to play first team, and I'm just playing reserves, and then next week all I'm doing is like, cause it's. I think it's semi-pro. We was training in there in the afternoon kind of thing, in the evening. So from morning, I'm doing nothing really.
Yeah.
I'm just getting up, chilling, going training, and then just coming back.
Whereas at Albion, you used to being in first thing in the morning.
In the morning,
So
you're
that's
training.
in itself's a big change, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously for you and
And
whoever
what-
else is out there.
So how did you get back?
I was just about to say, while I was over there, it was like 23 hours just daylight. 23 hours just pure daylight, but the sun just goes down for a bit and then back up, which things like that was good to see. And like Blue Lagoon, man, I heard about Blue Lagoon. Get a chance, go Blue Lagoon, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What's that? A night out or something?
Right, so
It's like a
nice.
mountain volcano, but it's got like it's massive pool in the middle. You get me? We was over there when the volcanoes was erupting. If you remember that.
I think I remember you saying when you was over there.
And then basically I just ended up having enough. So when I'm trying to come back and the manager saying no, I ended up having to phone my brother and say, yo, phone the manager and have a word, man, because I can't take this. I can't take this. And
Did
then
you phone him?
yeah,
I had to phone him,
I think
but
I
it's
was
funny
back the
'cause I
same
remember
week.
I think that was probably the one time I had to have a serious conversation with my mum about, Kayo actually wants to come back, But obviously as a parent, she's just saying, well, fucking get him back then. And I'm saying, well, I can't just get him back, Mum. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
way
So I've gotta-
overseas.
Yeah, like, he's quay over there. I've got to speak to da-da-da-da. And then obviously, like you said, he sent me the man's number. I've spoke to him and I just tried to put on that little football vibe that I know. Like, I'm trying to talk to him on that level. Like, he's just not happy. He doesn't feel like he's getting the game time and his development. Like, I'm trying to just give all them talks for my man
is that
to
what
see.
you said?
I'm
Yeah.
trying to give him the whole big talk. You get what I'm trying to say? Just for him to understand.
That he needs to come
I
back.
don't even know what he's saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
yo, get me back.
Yeah, because I'm just saying to him, obviously, which I get what Kayo was saying though at the same time. And to be fair, the guy I can't remember who I spoke to.
You spoke to Keith, I
Was
think
it
Keith down, and yeah,
and again, like you
proper.
said, respect to him still
Yeah,
because
no, he's proper.
he did just take the time to listen to what I was saying. I'm saying he's not getting nothing from it. Like, because to be fair, I don't think he knew. They obviously hadn't given them the full 100 because he's saying he couldn't believe you lot. He didn't know that you lot was playing reserve team football.
This is
So
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
point was for them to go over there and play
First team.
So then he's gone. Let me sort it. And then he, if I remember correctly, he's obviously spoke to their club. And then probably about a week or so later, week or two later at best, I reckon he was back.
Yeah.
And that's because, and that's going back to what Kayo said, having the right coaches, someone who actually took the time out to say, you know what, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he was one of the
did
good
right
ones.
thing, did the right thing by his players. To be fair, so yeah.
And I reckon that's what I say about support, because if I didn't have you to do that,
Yeah.
then what happens? I'm just
You're
out there,
still
you know, one
that.
of them ones. So it's kind of like you need those things to speak to certain coaches and things like that, because they will already have their perception of a player or a personality. What I changed a lot because of football, you know what I mean? You have in that environment, you have to change. You can't bring the street.
Can't bring the streets to football.
You can bring the streets to football, but it's only going to get you so far. So there's no point bringing the streets to football. You know, one of them ones.
So fast forwarding a little bit now, like, did you ever get a chance to play in the first team?
Nah, just on the bench, you know.
Just on the bench?
Yeah, literally just on the bench. I remember before one of the games is saying, "Yo, make sure you're ready. The geezer's old. Just come on, burn him, dust him." I'm thinking, yeah, man.
So who was the manager at that time?
That was Di Matteo. Di Matteo.
Yeah. So what was he like with you?
Roberto Di Matteo.
Yeah, Roberto Di Matteo and Eddie Newton. He didn't really speak much, you know, to be fair. Like, even on that, like, coming off the coach one of the times, obviously, I didn't think I had my trousers low, because I don't wear my trousers low. And he's saying, yo, pull up your trousers. I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, like, you're just trying to test, man. Yeah, I'm thinking, you're just saying it just to say shit. Like, you know, one of them ones. But
So did you get a vibe from him that he liked you or he didn't like you?
nah, I don't reckon he did.
No.
I don't reckon he did. Nah, I don't reckon he did, to be fair. But they must have liked something to put me on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So
Seen something.
yeah, seen something, but it wasn't to be to kind of push on further.
Who would you say liked you, and who would you say would like the ones that you felt I got a chance? I know Di Matteo put you on the bench, like you said. But which managers that you usually say was sound?
He was there at the time. Mowbray was all right. To be fair, he was just cool. Like just do what I tell you to do, and you're good. And you're good. I remember there was loads of training sessions with that where I just get the ball, run.
Yeah.
But then I'm like 35 yards, lose it. The coach, one of the goalkeeping coach, come up to me, he's saying, "Yo, don't just run with the ball and lose it. Shoot." I'm thinking, yo, 35 yards. I ain't reaching the goal from here. But other than that, who else was there? We had Steve Clark. Steve Clark was cool, man. Like he's like a man them. Yeah. You can speak to him just cool. Like he's one of the man them. And then you had, you had Roy Hodgson. He was probably the worst. Yeah. He was. How did you like him at Liverpool?
He had a good
spell.
Good month.
A few spells.
I think he had like that everywhere he goes, and he has a spell here. He does well, and then it
I don't know.
He's got the gift of the gab. He makes the fans believe. Because when he first came,
you believe.
I was thinking, yo, he's saying some good stuff, and then the pitch just weren't happening for us.
Is training sessions?
I was just about to say that's probably his sessions because you're just doing the same thing Monday to Thursday, and then you got your game on a Friday. You know, one of them ones, little games, and then you're doing shape work. You bare shape work, pure shape work. You know, one of them ones. But obviously, certain players, when you come from, I don't know who you had before that, but it's probably more technical than that. You know what I mean? So, technical sessions, and then switching it up, it's all mad. But I remember being in one session playing against. I think they had a game against the weekend against your boys. Yeah. So I've come from like youth team to come up to players like John Carew, just be against the defenders. I'm running around and that man. He stopped the session and he's like, "Do you know me?" I'm like, nah. And he's like, well, I don't know you. And if you're coming up from the youth team, you should be running around, blah, blah, blah. You got all, like, the first team. Yeah. You got all the first team man laughing and that, you get me? And then I'm like, this, brother. I'm thinking, I've just been chasing all the defenders. And then from there, I just thought, yeah. And then there was another time, I think, in the boot room. After a game, he's just come up to me like, yo, don't argue with referees. Leave that to me. I'm just thinking, just come out of here.
You're not saying nothing to when the rest of them are arguing.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, come out of here. And obviously, that age, I just got that stigma, just old man, just back stuck in his ways. But then you see him at Palace now, you're thinking, it can't be.
But no, but he seems like he's back in his old. He seems like he's got grump in his old age. But going back to like what you were saying, so like shape work. Obviously, there's all viewers who don't know about shape work. So, like, is that just you just set up?
Coach, plug?
No.
Coach, plug it?
No, I'm not plugging it.
How do you do your coach when you're coaching? What else?
About me. So, what was it about shape work you didn't like? Was it just because it was repetitive? Or?
You're just standing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
You're literally moving from there to there.
And then go back and then
start
boom. Yeah, if you're doing it a little bit or now and again, you have to do it. Don't get me wrong, but I think you gotta kind of make training enjoyable. If it's not enjoyable as well, like
you lose the players.
I'm sure there's also shape where it can be enjoyable, and then you know what I mean. You can pause it, carry on from there. I don't know. Tell me if I'm right, coach, but
100%.
You know, one of them ones, and it's just things like I think. Don't get me wrong. It made it got him the England. Did you get him the England job, Liverpool job?
No, I don't know. I can't remember where he come after that. I don't think it was England. I don't think he went from Baggage to England. But
Liverpool to England.
Did he? I thought you got rid of him. Nah,
one of the
must have done good at Liverpool then.
No, we sacked him.
But
that's what he's known for, and like when you get Hodgson, you kind of know what you're getting. But me just going back, obviously knowing a bit of your career. What about your loan?
Just a bit.
Just a bit. You stint at Port Vale because we've kind of jumped past that. You had a loan at Port Vale. You've had other loans. Like, let's talk about some of them loans. Like, how quickly if you want to go for it.
I told you if you want to go on Google and then you can ask the questions. But I can't at Port Vale. Like we were saying the other day, big up Morsey and JR, man. Port Vale, no way to get up there again. Like, I say finding your own way. They kind of give up. Big up next brother J O'Shea as well, because without them, man, and X. Without them, man, bro, we're stuck again. Port Vale. Yeah, man, and it's just like having that bit more, when you think about like organization or whatever, like, don't get me wrong, these are the things you have to do as a footballer that people don't see, like the traveling and whatnot, you know what I mean? But I don't know what their funds was like up there, whether we could have stayed up there, whether we couldn't, or what. I didn't mind coming back, but Stoke every day was long, you know, one of them ones. And even for the people that had to kind of come out their way to pick us up and take us up there, you know what I mean? I say us, it was me and Sawyers going at the time. So it was just, it's kind of a headache, to be fair. But at the same time, because of the good people that was around, it was like, it kind of gave us a chance, you know what I mean?
Mad, because you got a little stint on, if I remember correctly, you had a little stint on Match of the Day. I seen you have a little clip on Match of the Day.
I got a couple of them.
You know, like them ones when my brethren had Sky where you could pause. He was one of the first families I know could pause it. You get what I'm trying to say? And a man had it saved his TV for years. You know, we got Matthew for that.
I say, yeah, big him up.
Obviously, what you found funny as well, the commentators got your name wrong. You get what I'm trying to say?
No surprise.
And I guarantee he probably could still have that TV right now. It's one of his things he would never delete.
Yeah.
Wish I still had it, but like you said, just like little things. Like I go back to it. Like even then, say at Port Vale, did you feel like I probably could? I don't even call it a drop down because obviously Albion to Port Vale, but you weren't playing first team then. But would you feel like I could make it here? I could play here. Do you feel like when you got into that change room, did you think I could make it here?
You know
like
what?
That level.
I think, yeah, you did. Nah, I don't think I realised it then, you know. I think it was probably later on. But at that time, it was kind of hostile in there, like with the manager and all that. I don't know. It's mad because I was so...
Who was the manager at the time?
Jim Gannon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big him up because he give me game time, you get me? But the fans used to go mad at him, and to be fair, he used to kind of just like hold his own, and then sometimes he'll go nuts. But sometimes you just think you're about to start again. You got the fans going mad outside, and then in the stadium, before the game, during the game, after the game, all because like new manager come in, change his players, change tactics, and then it's like, obviously it's not what they're used to. I think the other manager before that used to, I think it was just kind of run it. Yeah, I heard he used to just make man do beer running. Yeah, okay. Beer running. So that changed from that. That was kind of like mad because it's, I think, 17 at the time I'm in there. I'm thinking, yo, what's all this? Normally it's just calm. You know, one of them ones. The manager don't even shout. Never mind anything else. Well, saying that we didn't have fans like that, but...
So that's what I'm saying. So was that your first proper taste, you reckon, Port Vale, where you thought, wow, this is what like pro life is like?
I'm trying to think it. I think I was at Tranmere before.
I was going to say,
I think I was at Tranmere before Port Vale, you know. So yeah, that's when I was like,
it's the Scousers.
This is why I don't like them Scousers, man.
What was you not Tranmere then? How did that go for you?
That was all right, you know.
Why don't you like the Scousers then?
Yeah,
you should be liking.
Now you know what it is. Every time you play against Scousers, they're just. I don't mean like the people. It's the ones when you're playing the matches. You get me. It's like when you they've just always got something to say, and it's, don't get me wrong, it's a good battle. It's a good battle, but sometimes they go too far, and then it's like, yo, just shut your mouth, man. Because if it ain't on the pitch, you ain't talking. You get me. So, other than that, like, they're all right. But
now I'm saying they're good loans. So in that sense, do you think them loans kind of set you up?
You know what? That loan kind of set me up, man. Big up Jossie on that as well, because again, when I've gone up there, was it? Yeah, bro. They put me in one hotel that's like not far from the stadium, man. It was dead, you know, one of them ones. And I'm saying, it wasn't even a hotel. I can't even call it a hotel. It's like a shop. It's like a shop, bro. So obviously, Jossie he was at West Brom when I was there, so he kind of just, I said, yo, if you got spare room, I'll just stay there and you just take the change or take whatever, you get me, from whatever they're paying the club. And then ended up there for a bit. Played a few games. What's it called? Was I there? I think I dared on my knee. I never even. No, that was Dagenham. No, I've gone on international. I've gone on international when I was there, and then I've ended up obviously because I was on a tournament. Obviously, they wanted man back and game time and all that stuff, so they didn't end up renewing the loan, and then I just ended up going back to West Brom after that. But then I went on loan to Dagenham and Redbridge, and God, now when I think about these guys try to put me these when I'm thinking now the places that both these teams try to put me in, I'm thinking you can't
again going back to what you said earlier. These are playing people don't understand. Like they just think everything's gonna be 5-star hotels.
Nah.
They don't know some of the kids are actually in some of the hoods or slums
shacks.
or shacks.
And you see on that you got I think I'm not sure if West Brom was Championship or Premiership, but the coaches always used to say, "Yo, you guys have got luxury," but you don't know what luxury is until all of that. You get me? And even before going back before these loans, my first loan was Barrow.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. Lancashire way, so 3.5 hours. I don't drive, but you want me to go out there to get men's football? You know, one of them ones. I think I played about 2 games. I said, "Yeah, I'm not going back up there." I said, "I am not going back up there."
So, at what point did you start to did it start to go all wrong for you, or bad, or decline, or whatever?
Literally, it was probably all going good, and then it was this one game just out of the blue. Keepers took a goal kick, and then when you can kind of go for a header but not go for it, so I've just kind of left it. You get me? Everyone's moaning and that keeper's moaning. So the next one now it's the same, but I've just gone to go for it, just to keep people shutting up. And then when I've jumped in the air, me and the one guy's clash knees, and when I landed, my knee just started clicking, and then I've kind of come off. And then tried to go back on, and a man's passed with the ball probably where the cup is, that much distance. I couldn't move. But before, when I come off, Roy Hudson's "Oh, come, go back on." But really, I shouldn't have. Really. And then literally just come straight back off. And then the physio was probably be out 6 to 8 weeks. One of them ones. 2 years later, still out. So
was that up after up or something like that?
Yeah.
So did you ever make it back after the knee injury?
I made it back after the knee injury, but literally I was training and my knee would just swell up. Knee swell up, and then got to a point and I'm just saying, "Yo, I can't keep training like this." One of them ones.
So
but
was they looking after you at that point though?
Yeah, I was still there at that point, and everything, and then got to a point where they was just saying, "Oh, if we drain your knee and it's blood, that's not a good look." Yeah, so they must have drained about almost 100 ml of blood, and then I've ended up having another operation. But then when I've come back after that operation, my knee just felt funny. You get me? Running, clicking, and literally just after the time, I just said, "You know what? This kind of just did it."
Yeah. Was that what year? I can't remember. What was your first? What year was that? Your first one? What year was the first injury? Can you remember?
Oh yeah. I think I'm
just thinking. Let's say it was 2008 or whatever it was.
Nah, I think it was more 11.
2011.
Yeah, something like that.
So like you said,
coming to the end of 2011. Yeah.
For
2012.
2 years you was out.
Yeah.
So that's in a sense, when you think about it, that's a lot of football time you've missed on the grass.
And that's what I'm saying. At that point, remember, I've already become pro, so it's now we're paying you to not play. You know what I mean?
I remember, if I remember correctly, I remember the guy. They like you said, they did look after him, because I remember the guy when you first was at the house. They had the physios coming around the house, innit?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Chambers and
I was in the house for 4 to 6 months before I could even go back into the physio room. There was no point even coming in, you know what I mean? But I think you see things with that. I don't. When I think now, like even when you sleep and things like that, I think because of the how severe the surgery was, the way you sleep, it affects the mold. The way your knee molds back, you know, one of them ones. So I don't think the way I slept was helping. And then obviously once it's formed, it's formed. You get
Set
me?
wrong.
Yeah. But then obviously with operations come arthritis, so that's another thing you have to be wary of. This is why I always say to people, man, look after your body, stretch and
So,
whatnot. Vital.
Has your knee never been the same ever since?
Nah, never. I stopped playing for ages after that, and then remember I was training and that with you guys for a bit, and then from there it was like I feel alright, and then ended up going like semi-pro after that.
And who was that for?
First of all, I went to Market Drayton.
Yes, I remember. That's another one where I think you went a couple of games and says I ain't going back there because it was too far from
This is enough of it. Big up my brother Jord as well. Look, literally, I just have to get to Wolves and then live from there. You get me? Bro, it's mad. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's enough people I still will speak to just from meeting them like that. They're probably thinking, yo, who's this manager telling me to go pick up? But yeah, over time you just create your own relationships which become genuine. You get me? But yeah, someone was talking about that today, saying because when there was what's it called going on Google and saying, oh wait there, you've played for who? Scored how many? Played for who? Scored how many? And then what did they say? There was like, I think Market Drayton was the only one I had a goal. Like, yeah. And I'm saying, yeah, man, keep that one. And then from there, I went to Stourbridge. Big up Stourbridge, man. Red Army.
Yeah, you was there for a few years.
I was going to say, I think that's where
man.
you probably got... Would you say, sorry, that's where you got back to being like a bit of an enjoyment, enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Like getting a bit fit?
Yeah,
So how did your knee feel at that point?
team, knee felt all right, you know. I think even the manager was good as well because it was just like,
understood.
yeah, big up Gary Hackett. Literally, it would be like, yo, if you don't want to train, don't train. You know, one of them ones. If your knee don't feel good, don't do it. You get me? So, I think on that side it was good, but then I always would still train anyway. Like, these are the things I probably shouldn't have done, but then I got injury when I was there a few times and kind of just slowly just faded off, to be fair. Like, I just thought, you know what, can't do this no more. And then when I done my knee a couple of years ago now, I'm just said, you know, and the opposite side, I just thought, it's not worth the risk. Need to walk in the future.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that because of, obviously I remember you saying, was that because of what you were told by a surgeon? Or was that just you and yourself? Because obviously a surgeon told you that you wouldn't be able to
You know what?
play with your kids if you...
Yeah, the surgeon told me that. But even the first surgeon told me I wouldn't play full-time football again. He says 5% of the people come back from the operation that I have, you know, one of them ones. And it was like, wow, if you're saying I gotta have the operation, what choice, what other option is there then, you know, one of them ones. So I don't know if I could have probably looked after myself better or ate better, you know, anything really, like. But these are the things where it's like, I don't know, you find another. I just said, yo, you have to find another path to be a millionaire.
Would you call it, sorry to last one for me, would you just call it bad luck more than anything?
Yeah, definitely.
Your injuries were more bad luck then?
Yeah, definitely bad luck, because I reckon I would definitely be playing in the league somewhere now. And that's not even being bossy. That's just like, even just the attributes alone, you can make a career, you know, one of them ones. I'll give Ivan Tony a run for his money.
One last one for me before I think we finish.
Well, you just said that.
Yeah. One last one for me. I want a story.
He loves the football stuff.
I want a change room story. Give us one. Give us a little just to finish up on. We don't finish up on your injury.
Just leave us with a
little change room story.
Oh shit.
One that you can probably always remember.
I was gonna say saying shit, bro. Nah, That story's disgusting. That story's disgusting. I'll tell you 2 stories. There's that story, literally flipping. I can't remember his training or a match, bro.
Yeah.
We're
What team's this now? Albion.
Nah, this is when I'm on loan.
Okay.
I don't want to say the name in case you gonna go back in the encroach players. Now, yeah, 2 man, they're just joking, yeah. But like, one's in the ice bath, next one's just for effing about. You get me? And then I can't remember what the one's done that's not in the ice bath. But then the geezer in the ice bath, he's saying, "Yo, what the? If you do that, I'm gonna shit on ya." Bro, next thing you know, he's shit in his hand and dashed that in blood. I said, "What the blood?" And at that age, I'm saying, "Nah, blood. What? Nah, bro.
People don't understand, you know, football change rooms, yo.
Bro,
they think it's funny. It's
bro,
disgusting,
that ain't funny, bro.
That is
That is
disgusting.
disgusting.
That ain't funny,
Listen,
bro.
It's not my time
I
for me to
swear,
share stories,
even when
but
I think back now, I'm like, disgusting.
What was going on in there?
Blood.
And it was no, I guarantee, I know everyone was giggling and laughing. It was all like he.
Apart from me, the man I was
that's
there
what
with,
I'm
and
trying to say. And
JR.
certain men, like you said, going back, that would have been a man.
And this is what I'm saying. In them situations, I have to go back and say, JR, he used to look after me because even though I was a youngster, like, I wouldn't take no shit, but he just made sure nobody thought they could take the piss as well. You get me?
Justin.
Yeah,
Justin,
yeah.
Just for the people. Then.
You're saying you got one more for us?
Oh, flipping out. This is the same club. Flipping. They're like best player in that.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good, to be fair. Midfielder. Going out for one game and that. He's gone in the, just before the game, gone in the toilet thinking nothing of it. Boom. He's called me. He's like, Kayo, you want some yo-yo? I'm saying, I say you're mad, man. I'm thinking blood.
Before the game.
That's what they do before the game.
Blood, before the game, I'm saying. And this is their star player, blood. I'm saying, nah, bro. Bro, you should have. You see, I wasn't playing at the time. I think I was on the bench. So when I'm watching them play that game, bro, I'm thinking,
You're looking at my.
I'm thinking, yo, you
you're
just,
high right now.
you're high, blood. I swear down, and he was a scouser as well. I swear he's a scouser, blood. Absolute nutter.
To finish off, just if you've got any advice at all overall for the youths that are coming up now, then what would you say?
Train hard, man. Train hard and look after yourself and listen to the people that are around you and be careful of the people that are around you.
Diet is key.
Yeah, man. Diet is key. Diet is key. And stretching is key.
Yeah, stretching as well.
Stretching. Diet, you know, if you want diet information, come to me, Ellie.
All right, then. I think we're going to wrap it up. Yo, respect for coming, Cozzy.
Thanks for having me, lads. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And
We're out.
How long
Make
is
sure
that?
you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, do it now. Press the button. And the WhatsApp group as well. Get yourselves in there. And yeah, we're out.
make sure you follow the new segments in the stories, people.
Oh gosh, he's